These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
Software is interesting because I think you use the tools that are going to work for you the best. I think you should be aware of what the professional standards are in whatever discipline you're in, but you should work in what's going to get you the best results ultimately. Think about like when Apple first started doing all of these things, a lot of the stuff was a lot simpler than what you're capable of doing now. So it expanded over time to bring in more of that professional capability. A lot of times you would see creatives say like, no, I'm not gonna use Apple Motion because Apple Motion doesn't let you do as much as you can do in After Effects. Well, Apple Motion gives you a lot more free reign now than it did back then. At one point, all music was made in Pro Tools. If it was outside of Pro Tools, it was like, that's just, you know, that's the rookies. Those are guys that you can't take seriously. But a lot of people work in Logic now. A lot of people. And other software as well. It's not just one way. So the industries will change and can change. I think it's just being aware of what the standards are and understanding that there are some places that will not accept you because you're not working in the standard, right? Like, and how do you adapt to that? Do you find a way to port your work from your software to the standard software? Or do you just say, look, okay, cool, I work in what I work in and those just aren't going to be opportunities for me? Like, I think it's just something to keep in mind. I don't think they're shooting themselves in the foot. They have to be able to live with what they put out, right? So if that's their standard, that's what they feel like it goes against their principle, that's on them. Like, that's their line in the sand. As opposed to somebody else might say, someone else built all of these things so that I don't have to build them. Right? So I'm able to think about another part and go faster. Like at one point, we weren't able to use layers in Photoshop. There were no undos. And so you had to think about everything you were going to do before you did it. And then that was that. Or you had to have like 5 or 6 different versions. Save this one, put that away. Save that one, put that away. And then figure out, okay, which one do I want to go with? Cool, open that file back up and then keep going. Now, we have tons of undos. You can go back 50, 75, 100 and so on undos, right? I say that to say that like there are all of these technological advances that give us room to use our time in other ways. Why reinvent the wheel? If there's a template that does exactly what I want it to do and I know how to use it already, grab the template and put it in there. What I find often though is a lot of times what I want to create, I have to modify the template so much that I might as well have just built it on my own anyway. That's usually what I'm running into. But if there was a template that could do it the way that I want it done, just use that instead. Like there's no reason to, it's like icon sets, right? Like if you're designing icons, if someone already has a set of icons that are going to do what you want, is the style that you want it in, why wouldn't you just download those icons and use that icon set instead of spending hours or days trying to put together your own custom icon set? Like what is the purpose of that? Feels like reinventing the wheel for no reason. Ultimately, we're trying to communicate. And I think if you're communicating the message that you're looking to communicate to the viewer, that's all that matters. If I created a design and the design looks just like the template, does it matter that I used the template or I'd build it from scratch? It doesn't matter at that point, right? The best approach is put your consumer at the core of why you're doing what you're doing. If it calls for something original, create something original to heighten the user's experience. But if what you're doing isn't going to make much of an impact, you know, if you use a template or if you build it from scratch, if it's one or the other, then it doesn't matter. Or if it's faster for you to use the template, you know, like I just don't think like it's one way or another. Like it doesn't have to be just templates or just building it from scratch.
1,